What's going on, guys? So in the last video, I talked about increasing your front end and decreasing how much you're spending on the back end. But I wanted to go a little more specifically into examples of what are some good choices. So I mentioned in the last video that my breakfast is oatmeal. I usually try to do tuna for lunch because you can get a can for less than $1 if you're just buying whatever brand. Like, just people get too picky about the brands that they get. Like, nobody gives a crap if you're buying Bumblebee tuna or Chicken of the Sea or freaking Safeway tuna. Like, no one's gonna come over and some girl's not gonna be hanging out and then see in your recycle bin, oh, it's cool that you recycle, but you're eating Safeway tuna, so I don't want to hang out with you anymore. Like, it's not going to happen, and if it is, then, F her, because she's stupid and, you'll see her next Tuesday. But the basic, one of the basic ways to really look at ways to save money is what you're eating, because it's a daily thing. And if you're a bachelor like me, student for going on years, I could say I'm a student of life, but if you really wanted to look at time I spent in college and community college and universities, like, it's ridiculous. But look at things like potatoes, sweet potatoes, yams, red potatoes, white potatoes, bananas, oranges. It depends. It can depend on your region, but bananas, potatoes, all that stuff's usually pretty good. And potato, you could do a potato a night, with your meals. Potato a night. You could get a huge bag of chicken breasts for $10. Even you don't even need to eat chicken. It's good to have protein though, because protein's slow digesting. It makes you feel fuller longer. And if you're proactive in terms of exercise, then you're going to need a little more denser food. Milk's a good one if you can tolerate it. It's got a lot of protein. If you wake up in the middle of the night and you're a starving Marvin, take a couple of swigs of milk. Give it 10 minutes. That'll fill the void. That'll, you could probably pass right back out and then come back to breakfast in the morning. But another way to cut costs on food expenses is look into a part-time job at a restaurant. All right, this is a legitimate hack. Okay, many restaurants, and I'm not saying fast food. Like, fast food's fine. I did it when I was young, over 12 years ago, and a lot of fast food places will, if their managers are like jerkwads, they'll stick stringent to the 30% or the 50% discount or whatever. But if you get like a 20-something-year-old manager who really doesn't care, he'll probably let you eat whatever you want for free. I know that when I worked at Burger King, we would do food trades with Taco Bell and Papa John's and all this stuff, and we'd call them up and say, hey, we'll trade you a 1 through 10, no drinks or whatever, no fries, just food trades, all right? And that's in fast food. If you work in a restaurant, a lot of restaurants, like 3-4-star restaurants, they'll let you eat free soup and salad on days that you work. So if you wait until, if you start your shift at 2 or 3 and you're working until 10 or 11 at night, you can fill up on water or milk or something that's, bread until you get to work. Just gorge your face off on soup and salad. Halfway through the shift, more soup and salad. Into the shift, more soup and salad. It's about sustenance. It's not about, not right now, it's not about the flavor and the taste. Nutrition, yes, that's a long-term concern. So but soup and salad, you might agree oil from the dressings, depending on if you get the Caesars, or salt if you work in an American style restaurant and they have a lot of chicken tortilla or whatever, it can get salty, but you'll know. You should know yourself enough to know when too much sodium is too much sodium. But working in a restaurant is a great opportunity to save money, because I didn't realize how much I was saving on food expenses until I would have like 3 or 4 days off from the restaurant. When I got my first serving job, it was graveyard in a Denny's. I get there, 30 minutes later, the evening manager leaves. Miguel would cook up some just incredibly dank-ass food that wasn't even on the menu, that he just hacked from all the ingredients available, just threw some shit together. We would eat it then, we'd eat a little bit more at night, and then I'd put leftovers in my car, 30 minutes before the morning manager came in. Like, nobody ever knew, nobody ever cared. Like, it's freaking Denny's. Like, who gives a crap? Nobody really gives a crap. But I was getting 3 meals for free. That was 3-4 times a week. That adds up really quick. So don't discount the benefits of getting even a part-time job in a restaurant. I'm not saying you got to study wine. I'm not saying you got to focus on 13 pieces of silverware, serve from the left or serve from the right, clear from the left. Don't handle anything with your left hand if you're serving certain people. You don't have to worry about any of that. And if you work in the back of the house, usually they'll feed you they'll give you a meal for free. And if you work at a place long enough, and you hook up the chefs with like beers or tequila or whatever, figure out whatever they like, just win them over. Like, don't be a jerkwad. They'll probably cook you stuff for free even if you're front of the house, so don't discount the benefit of working in a restaurant. And like I said, part-time, once, twice a week would, and you're getting paid, once, twice a week would be plenty, and then you get the free meals. So that's just another way to save on food expenses. All right, so feel free to comment below, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the future.